Hey, this is Polow. Mid-season reviews are up, so if you have any recommendations for us to review a show on your list or a show that you want to watch, a show that you already watched and you want us to give us thoughts on it, an official Mic Check Waifu review score, drop it in the Discord of this episode show notes, discord.miccheckwaifu.com. Join it. Have the conversation over there with us. Join us. We appreciate you.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu.
Mic check waifu. Ma, tell him. Is that you?
And we're back.
This is episode 325 of Mic Check Waifu. As always, it's brought to you by Patreon. Patreon.com/Mic Check Waifu is where you can get early access to the video version of this podcast, where you can get access to the Patreon exclusive podcast, The After Story. It's where you can get access to the pre-show, which goes live 2 days before this episode airs. Make sure you check out patreon.com/@Mic Check Waifu to get access to all that stuff. Shout out to the Patreon producers. Explicitly, K the Pro from Chaotic Culture Podcast. Fear, Semi Sensei, Frozen, T Money Fingers. Dad Needs to Talk. Check out Dad Needs to Talk Podcast. Christian the Archivist, aka Deaf Site. All for one Matt, Rob, Stone, and last, but certainly not least, our guy, Matthew H. Check out our video game podcast, youtube.com/@respectgames if you're into gaming. That's coming back as well. I will say, before we get started into the rest of the stuff, subscribe to the YouTube video, subscribe to the podcast if you listen on podcast services, rate, all that good stuff. But congratulations to my brother Tell for having his 4th little one. Congratulations, man.
I appreciate that, brother. We appreciate that. I didn't do all the heavy lifting. My wife did the heavy pushing. But I'm so happy. Any extra addition to my little family that we have here is a beautiful thing.
I love that so much.
I cry. I ain't gonna lie. Look, I cry.
Of course.
It don't matter how much weight you lift, how tough you try and act. Man, a baby is a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. I cry.
Congratulations. So what day? It's the birthday.
So you know how high key we keep things low key all the time. She was born on Halloween. Interesting. Love that.
7:00
in the morning.
Halloween. I love that. Congratulations, man. I'm so happy for y'all.
Thank you, bro.
It's so exciting. Okay. Yeah, but we're back now. Of course, obviously we had to take a little, break for that. That's obviously one of the most important things. What's crazy is that when you put it in perspective, Tell, you've had how many since the podcast started?
3?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy to think about? We've been doing this podcast for so long.
Yeah.
It's good stuff, man. It's absolutely good stuff. I love it so much. So just like if for those of you who have been with us from the beginning, you get to watch you don't really get to watch Tell Family Goes because we don't really talk about it that much. But if you have access to the after story or some stuff in there too, it's just awesome to see that happen. Like the trajectory as like the family gets bigger. I find someone new and I get married and we just celebrated our 1-year marriage anniversary too. So it's like all this is happening within the span of this podcast. It's awesome.
Congratulations to you as well,
Thank
bro.
you.
Because hear me out. I think it's very important to celebrate people when they have those milestones.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you and your wife on your 1-year anniversary. You guys are beautiful. Y'all already know. I love you. I love her.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Back to you. It's awesome, man.
My anniversary literally tomorrow.
It's so crazy. It warms my heart. What's funny is that we talked about this last year when I got married, but I was the photographer at your wedding and you were the photographer at mine, and both have beautiful pictures that I absolutely love and adore. And I just, it warmed my heart to know that both of our families are growing, and it's just amazing. It's just amazing. Okay, sorry to get all that stuff in there. I just had to congratulate you again because that's amazing stuff. All right, it's going to be a big episode. I think it's going to be, obviously, it's like riding a bike when it comes to the podcast. Even when we miss a week, which is rare, it's very rare that we do. But when we do, we get back right into the swing of things like we are right now. As we start off every episode of Mic Check Waifu, tell what is your episode of the week this week?
The name of that thing is A Star Brighter Than the Sun. Why don't you do that?
No, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, that episode, halfway through, I was like, is this the end of the episode? Because that was a great like climax that we got at that point. Mm-hmm. And then the episode kept going. I was like, yep, I already know my episode of the week is. I already knew it as soon as I saw that. So it was like, yeah, A Star Brighter Than the Sun easily took it.
Yeah, for me, I mean, this is easy as well. But it has to be. And I hate that it keeps being this because it technically ain't out this season, but The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, man. What an absolute perfect slice of life show. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart to the top of my soul. That show is perfect, man. Oh, so good. Every time I watch it, it just brings tears to my eyes because Tell watched it this week as well. So he's about to tell me what he thinks. He didn't watch it. I really can't wait.
I literally had it on my Netflix list too, bro. Oh my God.
Listen, you have a valid reason to not have time to, so I am not fronting because you got 11 episodes to catch up to, and that's a lot. So, yeah, it's incredible though. It might even, like Crystal said, it might even hit top 10 by the time it's all said and done because every episode has been perfect and it builds on top of each other perfectly, and it does slice of life so different. It does slice of life, but it does it so different with character growth that is so endearing and enthralling and emotional and captivating. Every episode, and I mean every single episode, I shed a tear watching it. It's great.
Here's the thing, is that I legit had a reason to turn it on this week, and it was because I'm scrolling through TikTok, and I see someone talking about The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Mm. And I'm like, I never see anyone talking about slice of life on my TikTok. Never. Like, I'm the one who always has to talk about slice of life on my TikTok. So I was just like, someone's talking about slice of life, and they're talking about this one. I was like, man, let me go to Netflix and turn it on. My wife's like, hey, this new movie just came out. Let's watch it. And I just completely forgot. But bro,
it's so good.
I promise. I'm gonna get to this. I'm gonna zoom through it. I know, but man, I keep hearing about it. I gotta watch it, man.
It's really good, like too good. I came close to giving it to Chitose. It's in a Ramune bottle too. Also,
that's a good one too.
Fantastic show. I'm sad that it's delayed for 22 days at the time of we're recording this. Yeah. So that's unfortunate. That's one down. Sad. I know. That's basically next season at that point. But I mean, that one, the animation is so pretty too. It's crazy. But I digress. Okay. Tell. I wanted to do this last week, but I figured we'd bring it to this week. If you listen to the pre-show, you already know what I'm talking about. But before I get into that, actually, I'm glad I just remembered. There's a conversation piece that I want to have about two particular shows. And I wanted to give a shout out to one of our producers, Rob Stone, who drops gems in our YouTube comments almost every single week. It's fucking wonderful. But his comment from 2 weeks ago, it was supposed to be on last week's episode, but obviously we missed that week's episode. But I think it's pertinent that we discuss it. This is about episode 4 of My Status Assassin. My Status as an Assassin clearly exceeds the heroes or whatever it's called. He says, whatever the opposite of episode of the week is, I give it to My Status as an Assassin for episode 4 this week. Spoilers ahead and a rant. So spoilers for episode 4, but y'all watch it if y'all watching the show. He says, the writing in this episode took an absolute nosedive in quality and the fight animation wasn't much better. The entire elf backstory plot made no sense whatsoever, with the king and the chief guard seemingly being fine with the exile/murder of Amelia, so long as the other princess doesn't remember what happened. Yet they both still intended Amelia to inherit the throne, despite being being ingested by a slime/dead for all they knew. And the non-mind controlled chief guard even tried to murder Amelia upon her return, and no one cared because he brought her a glowy twig later. And they were all fine with the princess mind controlling the entire royal guard because it was easier than teaching her to deal with guilt/grief over a guy who was resurrected 30 minutes later anyway. The king should have just tried to be a parent rather than causing the princess to hate her sister, brainwash everyone, and attempt to murder her sister multiple times, and have a duel and have her duel an outsider to the death just to avoid a conversation. And don't take a vacation after the apparent death of the savior of the kingdom, leaving the mentally unstable brainwasher in charge. This episode really rubbed me the wrong way, but I'm glad the side quest is done and we can move on to something else. Now, when I say that is exactly how I feel watching episode 4 of My Status of an Assassin, that shit feel like a whole nother show. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if they just tried to squeeze one arc into this one episode. No, that's exactly what they did. They squeezed one arc into this one episode, and it clearly pieces of that story is missing to the point where it makes zero sense. The logic behind everything that happened, everything that he mentioned with the king making his daughter fucking fight to the death, fighting outsiders to the death, or the sister brainwashing and trying to kill Amelia, but the one dude was never brainwashed the entire time. He was never brainwashed, but he still tried to kill her sister. Like, it's just, none of it makes sense. It missed an entire wave of shit that it was just like, what the fuck are we even watching? Why is this even a part of this show? It was so discombobulating.
And that was probably one of the greatest breakdowns you can give for this, especially considering the overall quality of the show that we've gotten from that specific series. To go to that for just one episode, because it literally was only that episode where we get such a dramatic dip. It's almost as if it was entirely produced by someone entirely different in order to push that through. And we know that sometimes studios do that. We do know that they do that sometimes, but it felt like such a huge deviation that I entirely agree. And I'm like, yo, he's spitting. Those are all facts. Those are all facts.
What? Dude, that's part of the reason why characters and story are so important when it comes to anime, like, because you could just completely fuck an entire arc up. And that's exactly what they did by introducing these characters, and then the elf father doing it. It just felt all wrong. And then when they start to break down or explain everything as the reason why, you really sit there like, what the fuck? It just makes no sense.
Yeah, it literally boils down to the fact of avoidance or negligence in general. And that's literally what I was thinking. His exact word was negligence, is what I was thinking watching this episode, or not this episode, but episode 4. It's like, why did we get to a point to where this was the thing? Why was this the actual scenario? And it took an entire stranger being with your daughter and presenting themselves, and then you still attacking your daughter and him. And now all of a sudden everything is good and gravy. We're all good. And I love you so much that I wish I can come with you myself. But you know what I mean? Like,
but we were going to let you die.
It's so disingenuous. It's like the writing there. Like, I would not be surprised if someone read the novel or the manga and said that none of that happened. I would not be surprised.
Exactly. And now to pivot to another situation from another listener of ours, TCB. He's the homie. I want to make sure I clarify that he's the homie. Okay. Because what I'm about to say is going to come off as combative, and it's not combative. It's just me and TCB disagree a lot, and I love these conversations with TCB. But I got to get on him this week, and not specifically him, but just people in general, because I got a feeling a lot of people probably felt the same way he did, and I'm going to explain exactly why I think that's the case. I could be entirely wrong. I'm just making an assumption. I'm making an ass out of myself because I'm assuming. All right. But he says, and this is about My friend's little sister has it in for me. This is about that show and episode 4 of that show. So remember, this is about episode 4 specifically, not the rest of it. He says, did I mention episode 4 of My Little Sister Has It In For Me was the most boring single episode of fall 2025 season for me so far? Yet, no. Have I mentioned that yet? And then he says, no. Because it was. And I'm thinking of getting off this train. And that made me laugh because the first thing I thought about is, for one, episode 4 was probably the single best episode of the show because what it did was it brought a whole lot of what I thought was terrible character, or what I thought was going to be a terrible character, into a brighter perspective for me. It made it clear as to who they were. And then even the subsequent episode following episode 4, it made it clear who they were and why they were, that it was a beautiful build on the characters of the show to then build the story that they're building now. But just episode 4 isolated, I think even before I saw 5 and 6, that it was the single most important episode because of that particular reason. Getting backstory on his best friend, why his best friend moved the way he did, the little sister and why she moved the way she did. I thought that was a brilliant way of telling that story to then lead us to the point where we are now. So this is, again, if I take out 5 and 6, 4 was still a perfect episode for that. And I think the reason why he feels that way, and I think this is a lot, the issue with a lot of people that watch anime, is that it's Twitter brain or it's TikTok brain. It's people that spend a lot of time on social medias that want quick and quick and resolving and not even, I wouldn't say action based, but quick and resolving storylines and threads to make sense right away. It doesn't have to. Okay. The fact that they even gave us this backstory, if they didn't give us this backstory for episode 4, I got a feeling I probably would have dropped the show because I just didn't like the trajectory in which the characters were going. But now that I got that little bit of backstory, between, his best friend and his best friend's sister, that made me want to carry on to the show more. And I'm glad I did, because that then made the show absolutely incredible for me. Because before I thought this was going to end up being like, can this boy girl relationship survive type of situation when it came to the type of girl she is. But because of that small piece of backstory that we got in episode 4, it was the perfect amount to let me know that it's more to her than that. It's more to his best friend than that we don't know yet. And then following that, the preview for that episode to episode 5 let me know, we're going to get even more, which then made this show so special. This show is really fucking good in the way they develop in their characters and what this team is about and what the main characters' objectives are. It's brilliant. I think it's a brilliant way of telling a story. It's a better version of can this boy girl relationship survive. And again, I think it's because people spend too much goddamn time on Twitter and too much goddamn time on TikTok that if you don't get that instant gratification right away, then it's not good enough, or it's boring, or it's whatever the case may be. And I just wholeheartedly couldn't disagree more.
I was going to say this is that what you said specifically is that if you isolated the episode in isolation, this episode 4 to you was the most important episode. Yep. Now, and I would like to say that let's not confuse important with necessarily entertaining. But from what you also said is that, because it was so important that it made it, I would assume, and this is me prefacing and trying to put together what you're saying, I assume it means it's more enjoyable because it was so important to the continuation of it. And I think that's important because when people watch Slice of Life, and as a former, like, basically strictly action junkie, I would like to say that, like, the action in Slice of Life is the resolutions that you get, like you were saying. Mm-hmm. It is the confirmation of relationships and whatnot. Exactly, and right. It is the moment to moment or events that happen per episode. If that's not happening, some people are going to feel lost. Right. And I think what is really important in a lot of Slice of Life that I've come to learn that are like my favorite is that those moments of character development where it's a purpose, where we find that purpose in those episodes, where we find that reasoning throughout those episodes, because it can still be a good Slice of Life without that. Yes. It can still be a good anime without that. Sure. But will it be great? Will it be amazing? And I'm thinking about like the Amagami sisters, right? And in some of those episodes where we were just getting backstory specifically about the individual sisters, And it's such a normal trope where you get those moments where you just isolate those sisters and say this is what their story is. But to do like what you said and slow down the pace a bit and say this is the reasoning, that can be very important. And you might not, like, I can understand where you might say, I want to jump off this train now, but I would love to see what TCB's thoughts are now afterward.
If he continued.
If you continued, because I hope that you hear this and give it another try and say, you know what, Polow's spitting, that makes 100% sense.
Because it brought it all together so nicely.
Yeah.
So fucking nicely, dude. It single-handedly clean, like, because Kenneth's boy-girl relationship survive did not have this moment whatsoever. What was the reason for the way the blue-haired girl act? We don't really fucking know. It just was her personality. She just had a crush and decided to do this bullshit game that was so selfish and so self-indulgent that we don't even know what in her mentality made her spur this type of attitude or reasoning or anything like that. In this particular show, we get exactly why. Because the type of person the main character is. The main character is literally, his goal is essentially very almost similar to Chitose, where his goal is to help provide avenues for others. And that's all I'm gonna say to that, because I don't want to go into more detail on this, because I think the show is very special because it offers more than just, I don't even know how you can find episode 4 boring, because it was just so important. And when I say important, and like Tell said, you assume right, because it is, that being so important was what was so entertaining about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was enthralled. I'm like, oh shit, okay, so we're getting somewhere as to why this moves the way it moves. And it's like, it was perfect, because now I'm like, okay, now I know what these people around him is about. And again, 5 and 6 are even better episodes than that. 5 and 6 are even better episodes than that. And I'm like, wow, this is fantastic, especially 6 specifically. 6 could have been episode of the week this week with the way it was executed. But it was, I mean, it's a great show. It really is a great show. And in a season full of not a lot of shows, it's up there for me.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for letting me go on that little rant. And
you
thank
can
y'all,
have it, brother. Sound good.
And thank y'all for sharing y'all rants too. We appreciate y'all so much for sharing y'all thoughts with us and letting us discuss them on the show, because that's what this is about, that conversation. All right, now moving on. So we were going to do this last week, but we're doing it this week, as well as the midterms. But first, we're going to give the top 5 shows we feel are must watches. We're each going to give 2 different lists. So Tell's going to have his list, I'm going to have my list, and we're going to give the reason why. I got a feeling our lists are going to be fairly similar, because again, it's just not that much. Is it even 5 that we can mention without mentioning the entire season itself? Yeah, we can. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So maybe should we limit it down to 3? Make it harder.
It's gonna be the same 3. It's gonna be the same 3.
No, you're right. It has to be 5. You're right, because you're absolutely right.
Oh my god, it's gonna be the same 3.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's a good point. Okay, starting off with number 5. Tell, what's your number 5 anime this season? Fall 2025.
Give me a second. I can't believe you said that.
Yeah, because it would be the exact same thing.
Okay, so let me see. This is like number 1 or number 2.
Oh, he's cooking up his order now. Yeah. And obviously,
I'm trying to be as fair as possible.
Yeah, because I wanted to make this clear too for the listener that's unfamiliar with how we do our lists. The list goes from 5 being the
must be,
you can watch it, but it's not a must, to 1 being you must absolutely have to watch this. So that's the order, and then in between you will figure out which or how we're determining that. So
let me see. 1, 2. I'm sorry, I'm almost there. I'm just verifying exactly what I'm putting on here.
Yeah. Maybe you should have did that in the pre-show, huh?
You're right. 3 for sure. 4.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah,
I pretty much got
you
it.
done?
I think so.
5. All right. My number 5 is A Star Brighter Than the Sun.
My sleeper. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a good one. That's a good one. My number 5 is my gift level 9,999 unlimited backstab batter in the backwater dungeon. I'm out for revenge.
I'm just gonna put level 9.
My gift level, yeah.
My gift level 999. All right. So
number 4.
Make sure one more time before I do this. My number 4. Let me see. Sheesh, brother. Because that's gonna be number 2. That's gonna be number
I didn't
3.
think Tel's gonna be struggling this hard. I got it. I do it off the top of my head.
Okay. All right. My number 4 is my gift level 999.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? You don't have a lot of room then. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, you ready for my number 4?
Yes.
My number 4 is Dusk Beyond the End of the World.
That makes sense.
About 3.
Number 3 for me. One more time. Where is it at? Just got that. Got that. Where is it at? Dad is a hero. Mom is a spirit. I'm a reincarnator.
That's your number. What?
That's my number 3.
Okay. Yeah. That's my number 3 as well.
Sheesh. That's your number 3?
Yep.
What's your number 2?
What's your number? My number. I can go number 2 if you're okay.
No, I was just joking. I was referencing that TikTok.
Yeah. I go number 2. My number 2 is may I ask for one final thing? Best dub of all time.
Hell yeah.
Fucking incredible.
Hell yeah.
One of the most satisfying shows I've watched this season for sure. The show number 2.
My number 2 is actually very different than that. I actually thought we were gonna be very similar on this one. My number 2 is, where the hell are you at? My status as an assassin.
What? Okay. Yeah, we are different. Yeah, that episode 4 fucked me up. So.
Now, I understand. Believe me, I do understand.
Yeah. My number. What? Will we on 1?
Yeah, my number 1 is I feel like cooking every single episode so far.
Yeah, my number 1, which is unfortunate that this is delayed for 22 days, but it's Chitose is in the Ramune bottle. Maybe I can forego that since it's delayed for 22 days.
No.
Yeah, I mean, but there's nothing else better than that, honestly. I would say not even close. Yeah, not even close.
Yeah, I have to agree with you wholeheartedly. You can't forego that. Ain't nothing there.
You can't nothing replace that. I guess I could have moved my eyes for one final thing up and then something else at number 2. But if I was to forego that, everything would shift up, and I would put number 5 to be my friend's little sister has it in for me. If I had to.
Yeah. And here's just my thoughts on Chitose's in the Ramune bottle. Like I've said this before. And I know Polow and I are not the same person.
Yeah.
When I say this, we are not the same person, but we do have very similar character traits. And this anime is like if you said, Polow and Tell, what kind of shit would you do for friends and people around you? This is the anime.
Yeah. And and we talking like since the 7th grade, both of us was very similar in that respect. Like everything they like, and it's not even necessarily to be a hero or to be overly confident, because neither one of us was. I mean, Tell was a little bit more confident than I was, but like that wouldn't be the route we would go, but the actions would be the same, right? Like be cool with the uncool kid or whatever the case may be, or take up, you know what I'm saying? Take up for the uncool kid against the bullies or stuff like that. Just all that type of shit we would do, because it's just like what are you doing? Stop. Stop making a fool of yourself. Like
the difference is that we did fight though.
Yeah. True. I would never forget this, because this is what changed my high school trajectory. It was when I was in Bedford, my old high school, the high school Holly Berry graduated from. But that's the only thing that's good about that high school, by the way. Anyway, there was this particular kid, and this is when my high school life changed. It was 11th grade. I'm not going to say his name for obvious reasons, because I think we're friends on Facebook or something like that. But he was just a fucking asshole. And it wasn't even an asshole to other students per se. He was just one of those I'm cool type of kids, and I'm gonna be a class clown, or I'm gonna be disrespectful to the teacher, all this stuff. And when that happened, the first thing I did was stand up and say, listen, shut the fuck. And I did this. This is a real true story. Shut the fuck up. Nobody finds you funny. You're not cool and you're embarrassing yourself. Just cut it out. And he was like, and the first thing he did was stand up and say, hey, you want to fight? I'll say yes. And I said, let's walk outside. I instantly walked out the classroom outside in the hallway and said, let's go. And he stood in the classroom, and then he waited till the teacher called the principal, and he didn't do anything after that. But I did that to say, and I remember my English teacher stopping me and pulling me aside and saying, thank you so much for doing that, because she was so sick of his shit, because he was constantly giving her shit. And then from there, I was cool with all the teachers. The teacher, she spread that to the other teachers, and every class that I had was a breeze from there, because everybody, the teachers just thought I was this awesome dude, because he was literally that kid in class. And it wasn't just my English class, it was all the classes that we had. So because of that, my high school life was a breeze, because if I needed to go to another classroom, I could just skip, and they would just be like, okay, Tony, whatever. And I'll just, no matter what happens, and don't tell nobody else this, but no matter what happened, my grades was good. I was going to be good. As long as I talked to the teacher to tell them or show them how I understand what they were trying to teach me, as long as I had that conversation during lunch or study hall or whatever the case may be, they're like, all right, whatever, you got it. And it was cool. It was an easy, breezy life from there. But that's essentially the type we are, or I am, and that's the kind of character I see as Chitose, Saku Chitose. He's that type of dude where he gets it done for the greater good of things.
Yeah. Yeah, and 100%. I've actually literally had a very similar experience to what Polow just said, but that was in elementary school. But also, I mean, that's just the kind of, I feel like that's just the kind of way we view the world. But yeah, the anime itself, though, and Polow mentioned the animation earlier, but I would like to say, take the animation away, it would still be good. And I mean mostly for the fact of like, how things kind of take place, the dialogue that happens between characters, those things are just so, I feel like it's so direct, and that's what makes it so smooth to digest. Now the animation is another factor as to why it is so good, but man, bro, it's really how smoothly the message is relayed. And then when they do have some banter where it's like a back and forth, like they're trying to probe for how each other is thinking and whatnot, it's still great. That's the whole point in it, is how like they relay that message even within that banter.
I was going to mention that. It's the dialogue. And it's crazy to say this because dialogue is so important. Dialogue is a conversation between two people. It's never just, it can be just like dialogue is different than a monologue because dialogue requires two people to have that conversation. And the dialogue specifically in the show, not just the inner monologues or monologues of other characters, the dialogue between two characters having this conversation with each other, it's brilliant because both of them understand each other. The friend group understands the entire situation. It's just like you can get, they don't even explain it yet, but you can already understand what this is about, right? Why specifically, slight spoilers, I guess, but you'll notice first episode in the first few minutes, but you understand quickly why, particularly these 4 girls like Chitose and the way he's going about it, why he's going about it, the way he's going about it is because his goal is to not hurt anyone. You know what I'm saying? It's just this whole dynamic that's just a like brilliant piece of just artfully crafted dialogue. That just made me want to think, who wrote this shit? It's an original story. A Hiromu? That's their alias, I'm assuming. Yeah, and this is the only thing they've ever written. Incredible stuff.
Keep writing.
Like it's fire, pen to pad. Like honestly, some of the best, and it's up there with my teen romantic comedy snafu dialogue as well. Like, and even in some parts better because of the way the back and forth is. Because a lot of time in my teen romantic comedy snafu, it was one person, which is our guy, obviously, Hachiman doing the dialogue and the inner monologue that was just flawless in every episode. But in this particular show, it's the dialogue between the multiple characters that makes it special.
You know,
yeah.
My teen romantic comedy snafu, or my teen romantic comedy in general, is a crazy pool for this because it's like, I almost feel like that ran or that walked so this could run. And it kind of feels crazy.
Like the author literally, that's probably their favorite show. Like that's like what it feels like. You
could definitely see that influence here. Mm-hmm. That show walked so it can run. Even though, let's be fair, that show did run. So if anything, you say that show ran so this could sprint, or that show ran so this could fly. But either way, the influence is there, and this is amazing regardless.
True. But that's number one for both of us, obviously, if you couldn't tell. All right, now let's get into some of the viewers and midterm grades, shall we? We have very, very few, but I think these few are very pertinent. Let me start off with Rob Stone. Again, I love the way he does his. He breaks it down by grade first, puts them all in the grade specifically, but I digress. He said midterm grades. A+. Let this grieving soul retire. Slow start, but we're back into the nonsense now. Hoping they can introduce other grievers soon, as we might have been just with. Hoping they introduce other grievers soon as we have just with Tino, Liz, and Cry for a while. Have we been with Tino, Liz, and Cry for a while? Sorry, he missed a few words there, but that's okay. I digress. He says, A, Campfire cooking. Better animation. Still not sold on a new party member. It's still high quality though. Yeah, Campfire cooking that's one of the returning shows. It's really pretty. I mean, Mappa doing their thing. Obviously, the Mappa always do their thing. But I agree. I don't like the dragon per se. He just kind of feel like he was thrown in and don't really have any like a place yet. But I digress. A-. Dad is a hero. The politics and the focus on the parents works really well. Always happy to put this one on. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. And its most recent episode was fantastic.
It's really just like the action in the show is literally how smooth the dialogue is and the emotion that's invoked in some of these episodes. Man, it's crazy.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, okay. I just had to double check, make sure Crystal was watching it because she hasn't said much about it, but yeah, it's fantastic. Also, is A- is, may I ask for one final thing? My sleeper, the dub is brilliant. The constant back and forth between the leads is great. And the 2 different plot threads with the princess and the other nation both intrigue me. Yes. Well said. Also in the A- category is Dusk Beyond the End of the World. Great animation and an intriguing plot. Yes, indeed. It's one of my favorites this season. Even though I put it at number 4? B+. Wild Ass Boss Appear. I have not seen Overlord. Oh, I have not seen Overlord, so this isn't discount Overlord to me. The fights are fun. The characters are interesting, but I'm not certain about the world building. I'm not certain that the world building is cohesive yet. That is the main problem with that one for me as well. You got to watch Overlord, by the way. Fucking incredible series.
You would. I hate to say that. Don't compare them.
Definitely don't. And to the people that did, they were wrong. So don't listen to those comparisons. B, A Hero Without a Class. Something about the character plot just grabs me, so I can forgive the slideshow. You know what? I'm with that.
I agree too. I agree.
I'm with that wholeheartedly.
It is something enticing about the show, and it's literally just the fact that we know he just grinds. He's working hard. You can't say he's not out here working hard for everything he gets. And
he's straightforward, and he's honest, and he don't fumble around and bumble around. Yes, absolutely.
The girl he said it up front. The girl he don't like, he like, leave me alone.
Talk about it. Yes, absolutely. Chitose and the Ramune battle also get a B. Wow. Sort of the inverse of Hero Without a Class. Music, art, animation is great, but I can't put my finger on what doesn't click for me yet. The character and plot maybe is just pretentious for me when he start talking about the moon. Oh, he's pretentious to you? It's all a part of the plan, for lack of a better term. But yeah, it's hopefully the conversation that me and Till had earlier would help you understand where we're coming from with that. But he says B-, my awkward senpai. Solid show, but I'll move on once it's done. Probably not remember it. Yes.
Wow, yes.
That's exactly right. The dark history of reincarnated villainous. Same. Good premise, but the characters haven't progressed. Still a solid watch. I forgot that one even came out. C+. Inexpressive Kashiwada. It's a series that vignettes with seemingly no progress, but the acting harem one, whatever one that was a couple of seasons ago. But this slow progression of time and feelings, except it's worse than the harem one because the characters only have one joke. Yeah, that's a good point. And he says my C+ is also my friend's little sister. I'm still not sure about this show about the sister, the fake girlfriend, or making the game. It needs a few more episodes to tie the story together, I think. Definitely moving up in my rankings though. Yeah, so he posted this before the most recent episode dropped. So let us know what you think about with the most recent episode. Well, the one before this episode airs, but you know what I'm saying. Also in the C+ range, Tojima wants to be a Kaiman writer. If I knew anything about Kaiman writer, this would be a B+ as it is. It's not a bad, and the humor is occasionally lands well as the fights or whatever. I don't know nothing about Tojima wants to be a Kaiman writer. So
I think C+ is about where it should be.
Okay. C-, Assassin exceeds the hero. This is falling off hard in the last couple of episodes for me. It has lost everything that made it unique at the start. He's less of an assassin now and more of just the usual OP warrior fighting with everything head on. And his special do anything poorly defined shadow magic. Sliding down my list. He says his special does poorly of showing his defined shadow magic. I understand that. I'm starting to understand where you're coming from. And he said he hasn't started at level 9,999. Please do. Episode 2 is weird for 9,000. I hate this title. My gift level. I'm gonna just call it that. Episode 2 is weird, but continue on after episode 2. He says,
and it goes straight to the top.
Yeah, it goes straight to the top. Digimon is also one he hasn't started. He dropped Let's Play, understandably so.
Reasonable.
And its overall is a B with returning shows, B- at the moment for new shows. Also, Fragrant Flower is an A+. I always get a tear in my eye at this show.
Great. Crystal says, a mangaka's weirdly wonderful workplace. Oh, it is A C. The show is very meh, but it's tolerable. Main character got a little better after 3 episodes, so I decided to continue it. Number 2, Chitose is in the Ramune bottle is an A. Love this show so far. Enjoyed the first arc, and I'm so intrigued to see how the next one plays out. And the characters are great.
Absolutely.
Number 3 is Dad is a Hero, Mama's a Spirit, I'm a Reincarnator. A. This show is cute. Love the daughter and how she uses her smarts. Now that we are learning more about the royal family, I'm intrigued to see what she does next. And I am too. Let's be real. Let's be real. That show is... May I ask for one final thing? A+. This show is so funny and so great. She is truly just unhinged in the best way possible, and it's refreshing to see.
Absolutely.
Those are all bars. I love her, and the voice acting Polow. I'm so happy you told me to watch the dub.
This shit is hilarious
because it's wild. My awkward senpai C+. It's getting better from where we started. The guy is still the best of the two. The woman is getting better slowly.
Facts. Like sorry, like Rob Stone said though, I probably won't remember it after it's done.
Yeah, I'll probably get it and Let's Play mixed up. I'm not gonna lie to you. And they're not even the same kind of content.
Not at all.
But I'm gonna get them mixed up. I know I am. My gift level 99999. B+. This wasn't on my list originally, but I was mentioned, got curious, and now here we are. I fully support any method my new child does to get his revenge, and we all want it back in blood. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yes, we do.
Past the monster meat. A+. This is such a me show. LOL. I love both the leads. They're absolutely perfect for each other. This might be my favorite show of the season. And hear me out.
It is really great.
I'm not gonna say favorite show, but I love their couple. I love their pairing, bro.
Such a great dynamic.
Man. The Fated Magical Princess. Who Made Me a Princess? Sleeper. B+, A-. Chose this as my new sleeper after the original pick wasn't available. It is a Chinese one with a Japanese dub. This show surprised me, and I really do like it. It's actually more wholesome than the first episode made it appear to be, but the undertones from the first episode, I think, are about to take place as we continue on. So is this like, you saying it's about to get raunchy is what you're saying? I don't know. Did you watch that one?
Mm-mm.
Okay. This monster wants to eat me. C+, B-. This show is okay. Entertained enough to know more. The more I watch, the more I think this is less girls love and more finding meaning in life with someone who just happens to be a girl. But I get why the Yuri tag got put on this. I agree with that too.
Yeah, same. Which is why it also kept me watching as well.
Yeah. You got TK, brother?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I zoned out. Fall 2025 midterms. He says overall grade is a D. Honestly, I'm not surprised by this score. This light season for me, and I'm not interested as the previous seasons. However, I think this is a chill prelude to how insane winter 2026 is going to be. It's going to be, and that's a bit of a good thing in my opinion. Most anticipated, Campfire cooking in another world. Season 2, B-. Sleeper. May I ask for one final thing? B-. Wow, you're strict. Holy shit. Continuing, Spy Family season 3, a B. Ramune and a half, the 2024 edition season 2 is a D-. Let this Grieving Soul retire season 2, an F. Holy shit, TK. New. My status as an assassin obviously exceeds the hero. B. Wow. Past the monster meat, my lady. An F-. What the fuck?
Hey, let him cook.
I'm gonna let him cook. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna speak on DM here. Hero without a class who needs a skill. 4. He dropped it. God damn. My awkward senpai. F. Digimon beat break. F. And that's it. That's his list. Holy mackerel.
Yo, I don't even want to make your list.
Hell no.
Because my goodness. Oh, man. Yo, you know what, though? Hear me out. That's fair. Because, like you said, you're not. And it's fair because it's his taste.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true.
It's your taste. And, like, Digimon, I couldn't finish it. So I would have to rate it like an F. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a little too childish for me, but also, you know, that statement I made where they don't know how to hit the childish while also hitting the adult kind of themes at the same time.
That
so
they normally
I can
do.
understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. My awkward senpai, I can see that landing poorly for some people. I think a F is really hard, but you know, to
That's
each his
crazy,
own.
yeah.
A hero without a class, a 4.
Yeah. Something.
That's crazy because I can see X arm.
But maybe he can't look past. Yeah. Poor animation. Because a lot of people can't, right? Like a lot of people weight animation above everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like they weigh it above characters. They weigh it above story. They weigh it above world, which is crazy to me. But I mean, that's what me has
Spy
for.
Family getting a B because of what? Animation?
That's what I'm thinking. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. I
haven't watched season 3 yet, so I could just be
2 episodes in. Let this Grieving Soul retire. F. I mean, if it's just not your style of comedy, I guess I understand. F is still crazy. Like it's still minimal a C, in my opinion. May I ask for one final thing? Getting a B-, that actually has action and the animation is great. So
and it's funny
and it's hilarious. The fact that it's a B- is reasonable, I guess. Campfire Cooking in Another World, B-. I can see that.
But I think this is fair for how you rated things. For everything that you rated it in the manner in which you rated it.
I'm noticing though, this is the notice here. And let me know if I'm wrong, TK, but my status as an assassin exceeds the hero. 8.5 is higher than may I ask for one final thing. It gotta be because of the animation and action, right? Like that must be how he weighs his anime opposed to story. Because may I ask for one final thing, story 10 times better than Assassin's hero thing. I think. The only thing that Assassin Hero may have above it is art style and animation.
I mean, I think the art direction might be slightly better, but the animation itself is not that much better.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think so either. I agree with you, but I can see how somebody else wouldn't compare it to Max for one final thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Assassin is more like, how can I say this? It's more fucking
edgy.
Yeah, it's more My Hero action-y type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of not worth. Past the Monster Me, My Lady is insane. This is the fattest wrong score I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, and that's, I know it's subjective and I know it's personal, but this makes me think that your taste is, you want to see that action, man. You want to see good animation and action. Past the Monster Me, My Lady is a fucking phenomenal story with great characters.
Yeah, and those characters carry heavy. Yeah. And I'm not even saying like it's bad in other regards. I'm saying like those characters alone, just the interactions, to me, that alone gives it a B.
It feels special, yeah. It just feels special.
Without anything else, bro.
Right. I agree with that. So yeah, I mean the season ain't for you, TK. I feel it. But yeah, yikes. All right. Now let's get to our grades. So Let This Grieving Soul retire. Let's start with returning shows first, shall we? Okay. Let This Grieving Soul retire. I feel like it's a B. I like where the story is going. I still like this comedy, the style. I'm humored by it. It's very interesting how everything just falls into place on accident for a cry. And I think you know how what I think about the show, and I said this before, what I think the show is how the grieving souls are extremely powerful in their each perspective classes, lack of a better term, right? The swordsman, he's insane. The defense dude, he's clearly insane. The girls are fucking crazy. The mage is crazy. Like, they're all super overpowered. I think Cry's super overpowered ability is like 99 luck in fucking Final Fantasy or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's got to be.
That's his overpowered ability, I think, personally. And I find that to be extremely intriguing and dope. Like, that's just a dope concept to where everybody has their piece that they're super, like, you know, the alchemy girl being super strong in that. mage, etc., monk, etc. You know what I'm saying? Like they got all the archetypes for a class that you will see in fucking any RPG ever. But everybody always forget about the 99 luck person, or in these type of RPGs, right?
That could be for the best.
And that could be Cry. I think that's Cry. I think he's just 99 luck, 99 swordsman, 99 defense, 99 mage, 99 alchemy, 99 monk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that's just where it is here. And I think that's a cool concept. So for me, it's a B, especially since we got introduced to the rest in this most recent episode.
Yeah. And I have to agree with you. I've actually been very much enjoying it. So if anything, I would give it a slightly higher score, just like a B+. But I'm cool rocking with that because the show has just been so like consistent, especially with this season. The comedy beats are still like, I'm not gonna say like they're amazing or anything like that, but they keep a level of intrigue that I feel like is consistent, and that's where I'm like really like happy with. And then they introduced, like this most recent season, spoilers, the other characters coming back,
all except for one we're missing.
Right, and that's just a hype moment to get.
Yeah, indeed it was. And then Campfire Cooking, season 2. For me, I find it to be fine, and I just find it to be fine. I find it to be like a C+ for me personally, because I just don't see more. It's the same. I don't see any real progression or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? As far as the story goes in the world, I just see them throw in this dragon in one episode in like the first 3 minutes, and then he's just been a part ever since. It just feels, I don't know, he feel forced. But again, I don't see any real progress to anything whatsoever. Is it just the cooking? Is that all this is about? And it's chill. It's just chill. So I think it's a C+ for me. Slightly above average because it's pretty. The show is good. And I'm okay with that.
This is one of those shows I was going to let finish, and I was going to binge it all in the end. Mostly because I kind of figured exactly what you said was going to be what it is. I hate to say it, but it's kind of like a cooking anime. And unless they're diving heavily into like story archetypes and whatnot, I can't really see it changing too much.
Yeah. I'm 4 episodes behind the Spy Family, but if I had to give it a grade, it'd be a C. So that's all I would have to say about that. I ain't got more or less to say. It's the same, more of the same. And that's the problem. It shouldn't be more of the same. It should be some fucking progression, goddammit.
Well, speaking of Spy Family, I'm My Hero Academia final season. Where would I give this? I would say a B. Mm-hmm. It's actually way better than I expected it to be.
You read the manga.
Yeah, it's way better than I expected it to be, but still not as great as it should be, if that makes sense.
Of course, because that's just, unfortunately, that's just the end of My Hero. It's not as great as it should be. I think. I don't know.
But I think, and I feel like people are going to say I'm being harsh for giving it a B, but I think they're going to be blinded by the animation, because the animation is fucking amazing. If it was only animation, this would be a AAA, a S tier kind of thing, but no.
I'm not surprised. Put effort into your most modified. Put effort into your bag, I should say, for the last season. Yeah, I get it. And they know that's what's going to get people talking, because that's all most motherfuckers care about, is how it looks, to be honest. And to piggyback off of that, something that's doing the complete opposite of that is One Punch Man. I'm 2 episodes behind right now, and this shit is dog shit. Like, it's and again, when I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, or a few weeks ago at this point, I didn't care as much about the animation. The animation, I don't have to have brilliant animation every time. It's the fact that there's nothing to give the animation to do in the entire fucking season. So, like, yes, we are going through picture of these people just talking, but all they're fucking doing is talking anyway. So it ain't like anything needs to be animated per se. for it to be actionable. All they're doing is talking, and this is fucking One Punch Man. One Punch Man is about One Punch Man. It ain't been about One Punch Man all season.
Bro said dude ain't threw a punch in the One Punch anime.
Bruh. And nobody has. I guess recently they have but even for the most of the season, they just haven't. And it's just been talking dialogue after dialogue after dialogue after dialogue. So the poor animation, on top of it being nothing else but fucking pointless ass dialogue, because you know One Punch Man is satire. So they're just talking in circles about satire-y shit. Oh, the Monster Association, we're so going to kill all the heroes. Blah, 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 blah. It's just boring. It's fucking boring. It's an F. It's a goddamn F.
Hey. Hear me out, man. So I thought that when I was thinking F for this, that I was being harsh, but I'm so happy you're on the same page
as
me.
It's terrible.
I was like, yo. And this, hear me out, this is coming from somebody who read it. This is worse than the manga. And I've read the panel for panel that this is copying. And it's mostly because I can do what they did in my brain already. You ain't had to animate this, bro. You did not have to put this. You did not have to put this in. I did not need the 29 frames behind this, bro.
It's an audio book.
What did you give me the frames per second on this?
It's a slower audio book at this point.
Oh, right, man. Why did you even do this? That was One Punch Man is, I'm sorry, Garbaggio right now.
Sucks to say, unfortunately. All right. Now, to move on to the newer shows we're watching a lot more than our listeners here, it seems. But I want to start off with something bad, if you don't mind.
Let's go.
Gatherer's Adventures is an isekai. This is a D-. And it's only a D because I can't put it down. Like, if I was to drop it, it would be an F. But for some reason, I keep watching it. But it's a bad show. It's not good. And it's maybe because it comes out every Monday. And there's only 2 things that come out on Monday. So I just fucking turn them on. It's Gatherer's Adventures is in the isekai. And my status as a hero, obviously. Assassin, obviously, she's a hero. So I just turn it on. And it's a quick 15, 20 minutes. It sucks, though. It's bad. But here we are.
I gave it a D. And it's literally for all the same reasons. I didn't think D- first. I think that it wasn't the first thing that came to mind when I thought of this show.
Yeah.
And the show it's not like I'm necessarily going to forget it. Like if someone mentions this anime in the future, I'm like, oh yeah, I watched that. Am I going to
disappear?
Recall? Yeah. Am I going to recall every event for it? Absolutely not. The only thing I'm going to recall is this little ugly, childish looking dragon.
Yeah.
They definitely could have kept this show, but it is something I'm still watching, which is wild, right?
Yeah.
Like you could have kept it, but I'm still watching it.
Very strange predicament because I don't know. Again, there's nothing else to turn on, so I just turn it on. But I'm like, this shit sucks. It's bad. And I know we're gonna probably get shit for this, but Hero Without a Class, who even needs a skill. Again, just one of those shows that animation piss poor. It's a shame ACAT has this one because if it was given to the studio that has the Banished Court Magician, it'll be probably even higher score than what I'm about to give it. But I personally think this is a C+. Because of the character and because of the intrigue of the world in which the character is traversing. I like it. It's a slightly above average show for me, even though it looks like complete dog shit. That's not everything to me.
Yeah. C+ is the perfect spot for it. And the reason it's not breaking into that B territory is because of the animation and whatnot that's like slightly holding it back.
Yep.
But like the couple of characters that we have, like I love the mom and dad already.
Oh God, absolutely great.
Our MC and his future wife, I love them.
Yep.
So it's kind of like the characters that matter are actually pretty interesting or decent. Finding out that even like, and we haven't gotten a huge like deluge of information about it, but the power system that they have where there are classes and then you have to get to this level or even people who have class, they elevate, but him being who he is, and it's like, yo, I'm so interested in the context of like how this is happening.
Yeah.
But it's like,
it's intriguing.
It is. It's intriguing. It just isn't the best animated, which, I mean, I really don't care, bro. I love turning the show on every week, and I'm perfectly fine with it. If anyone asks me what I'm watching, what I'm most excited for, this is one of them this season.
Me too. I'm right there with you. In a similar vein for me is my status as an assassin obviously exceeds the hero. This is a C plus for me as well. It's definitely not a B. It's definitely not a F, but it's a C plus, and it's mostly because I kind of want to see his get back towards the princess part of it. Like the little side stories we're doing right now is slowing the shit down. It's bringing it down. Like the last 2 episodes, which is 4 and 5, weren't the best. And that's why it's a C plus instead of a B or a B plus. But I think if we get back to the main focus at hand, and that's the princess and the king and whatever the fuck they got going on, and them being slight spoilers, them being the true villain, you know, from episode 1 though, but them being the true villains of this whole thing, I find it to be intriguing, and I'm here for that part.
Yeah, this show's a B for me. And yeah, I agree with everything Polow just said, right? But I gave it a B also for the fact of like, this is one of the ones that's going to be, and this is kind of why I had on my must watch list, because it's going to be the easiest for a lot of people to watch.
That's true.
Especially for like main, like, and I don't mean to say this in any kind of disrespectful way or whatever.
Fuck 'em.
But for like the main core like anime fans, this is going to be the easiest for you to watch.
It's not fuck you, because I know y'all listen to the show too.
It's so easy to just turn on, and it's not hard to digest. You know what I mean? The beginning couple episodes were like,
I'm a dick. I'm sorry.
The beginning episodes had context where it was like, yeah, this is gonna be deep. And I mean, the last few episodes haven't really been that, but
it's about as deep as a puddle now.
It's it's still deep enough so that like it looks enticing to someone like Polow and I, but it just hasn't fully revealed itself in that manner.
It's deep enough. It's a deep enough puddle to get your ankles wet.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't deep enough to get to your knee. All right. Unironically, that was a good analogy. Wow. Let's talk sleepers. A star brighter than the sun for me. This one is a B plus. It's a good show. It's not an A. The only reason why it's not an A and it's not standing up to Chitose is the problem I have with it is a lot of issues I have with a lot of these particular types of slice of life, and it's the it's kind of circle jerk. The circle jerk goes on a little bit too long, and that's kind of what this show is about. It's still a B. What I say, B plus? It's still a B plus. However, the girl I have a crush on is obviously the girl that has a crush on you. But there's a lot of miscommunication and misstruding because he thinks you're too good for him and you think he's too good for you. And it's just a circle that goes around for 6 episodes. And it's not going to be solved until the 13th. So it's kind of dreadful going through that phase so many times and so many different slices of life in my fucking life. But however, the characters are endearing and sweet, and I just love them both. And then even the characters around them, I love. So that's why it's still as high as a B plus for me.
I 100% love this show, and I think a B plus is a very solid landing for it. I agree with the circle jerk analogy, but here's my thing. Hear me out. I agree, but I love these characters so much, man. Like you said, they're so endearing. Mm-hmm. They are exactly kind of like what I want without the I want them to both have a little bit more confidence. That's all. Yeah,
that's exactly it.
I feel like just sprinkle some of that confidence in and like let them acknowledge each other. Mm-hmm. And then like stop dangling the fish in front of us, and then let's see them work towards something.
You know what? I think the problem I have too is that it comes out the same day as Pastor Monster Meat. Mm-hmm. My lady.
and they just straight up just like
the fucking opposite of the circle jerk. It's just, and it's just like when you've seen the circle jerk 2,500 times, it's like, come on, man. I'm just kind of like, we need more depth, but it because of the characters are so endearing and so likable that it's okay. But to move on to Pastor Monster Me, my lady, this one, I think, the only thing that's holding this one back is, what is the main progression of the story? It's just cooking monster meat, right? So it's not really much to it. But if it had a little bit more depth within the plot of this one will be higher than A Star Brighter the Sun. But this one, for me, is also a B+ because the characters are amazing. Again, it's very different reasons why they can't be both A's, but they're both in the same aspect of B+ range for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna give it lower than a B+.
No,
I put my score down and I saw you. Okay, yeah, man. I entirely give it the B+. I didn't think he was gonna give it that, but here's what I find the most enticing is the fact that both of these characters are not outcast but eccentric. They're already eccentric characters to begin with, and are not easily agreeable with the society that they're in.
Yeah.
So they naturally mesh well together. Mm-hmm. And it's what makes it even better, and this is why I think A Star Brighter Than the Sun is not an A yet, is that male character is more upfront, just like, yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He's not really like not sugarcoating, because it's not really sugarcoating. He's not really like pussyfooting around.
Yeah.
He's straight up like,
jerk.
Yo, I came to get a wife, or I came for this, and I like your cooking or whatever. You know what I mean? He's just upfront. And I think that's the dynamic that A Star Brighter Than the Sun is missing. Yep. That would make it thrive.
I agree.
So yeah, that's what, like, it's their way of communicating and their energy together that makes their union in this show amazing. Like, I love those two characters together. One of my favorite couples my favorite actual couple for the season.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Sorry to skip on your sleeper, but I had to bring those two together because they kind of like floated in the same realm. But to get to your sleeper, The Monster Wants to Eat Me, the one I thought I wasn't going to be able to continue watching, especially up until episode 6, but I have. The Monster Wants to Eat Me. It's fine. This shit is a mad decent show. It's a C. Everything that Crystal said is absolutely right. But for me, it's just like, I don't care about anyone. I think it's very boring too. But I'm intrigued with the where it goes, as far as if this is her building her up to become meatier to eat, or if this is building her up to help solve a mental issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I want to see. Because again, I said this before, I don't like for people to be in this mindset, because I suffer from depression myself. I don't want people to be in this mindset to fail. Like, that is my least favorite thing in anime and in life in general. So I want to see it succeed, and that's what I'm here for.
Yeah. C+ for me. Mostly for the fact of, like, this, I love supernatural series in general, so it is a little bit of bias. I do kind of see that, like, and this could just be me foreseeing, not necessarily see, but I foresee that, like what Polow says, I don't think this is naturally just her actually wanting to eat her. And I think that this is something more than that, based on, like, how relationships evolve and whatnot. But I'm actually hoping that it's not just the Monster Wants to Eat Me thing, but I think the show itself is good enough, enticing enough. It's just barely enough. So that's why I'm giving it like a C+. You know what I mean? It's barely enough.
That's a great way of putting it. Barely enough. That's like really, really well said. Yeah, let's play. I can't believe this is still here for me personally, but I'm still here. It's not good. It's probably a D. Yeah, it's a D. A lot of the characters stink. I think all of the characters stink, really. I don't know why I'm here. I'm here, though. I don't know why. Probably because this is on another day that only 2 things come out, so it's easy to watch. Yeah. That's the only reason.
You know how something just like toes the line?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's how I feel about this. Like, I was super excited for this show in the beginning, as you already know.
Makes sense. And it makes sense.
But it's so just like, okay.
Yeah, very nostalgic baity at first.
Yeah. But even outside of that, it's just okay. It's just super duper okay. To the point to where, and I hate to say this, was it 2 episodes ago? I had to watch the episode twice because I didn't understand what happened.
Ooh.
I was like, okay.
I know, yeah.
That turned it back on and was like, let's rewatch that. Just see what's going on here.
I won't remember this show in T-minus probably 1 hour after it finishes airing.
Yeah, I'll remember the show when it's completed, but I definitely won't remember events that happened in it unless they were like uber important.
There's no chance in hell I'll remember this one.
It's so okay as fuck.
Yeah.
In Polow, it D does not mean it's okay. Polow said he don't know why he here.
I don't know why I'm here. So you give it a C?
Yeah.
Okay. My Awkward Senpai. This one got a lot better recently because it's actually progressing somewhere. At the beginning, I was having a rough time because it's like the main character stunk, and she's still not perfect, and not even that good. But she's getting better at her communication skills. When it comes to like that communication issue, when it comes to this type of anime, Komi can't communicate, does it well. What was that other one? There was another one that I can't seem to remember, but they just do it better. And this one is just tiresome at first. But I would give it a C. I would give it an average score. It's not bad. It's not great.
This show for me, because I gave it a C as well. It's so like, and here's the issue I had with it, and I think I have a different perspective on it than everyone else does. The beginning, like the first 2 episodes, I was actually pretty okay with.
Yeah, I was the opposite.
I felt like it had a drop where I was just like, I did not care. Mm-hmm. And then, like you said, these most recent episodes, it got better. So it's almost like that start, drop, and it's coming back up. It's just okay though. It's just okay regardless. It's in a very okay spot, and I could actually see it improving by the end though. Like in the end, it could be C plus B minus.
Yeah, I can see that. I can actually see that too. While Last Boss appeared. This one's tough because this one toes that line of could possibly be great. But I think it gets in its own way a little bit because it over explains and overindulges a little bit too much, and I just don't care about no one here. I think I'm gonna go with a C plus. I find it to be extremely meh, but it's pretty. You know what? I do got a theory. I think Dina is something evil.
Yeah. I think that makes sense too, and I think a lot of it has to do with what you were talking about with like that mind control or that ability to change people's minds. Yeah. That's wild. You know what I mean in context. Yep. But hear me out, and your C plus is kind of, this is the first one where I'm feeling influenced, and I say that because I thought of Hunter x Hunter when I think of this, and you know what we say about Hunter x Hunter.
Show full of moments.
It's a show full of moments.
Yeah. This one's going to be that. Sure. This is going to be that.
And I'm like, this can't be a B if it's a show full of moments, man. Because there are moments of it that's good. In every episode, there are moments where it shines. But then it's like, it's right back to just, and every episode can't be a moment.
Nope.
Like, you got to have more to digest in each episode. Yeah. So I feel like I got to go from a B to a C plus.
Yeah, like there's progression per se. Not really progressing per se. You know, does that make sense? It doesn't make any sense. But you know what I mean when I say it.
Yeah, we're heading. The goal is laid out. Yeah, it's laid out, but it's also like there's more fleshing out that could have happened in the intermediary moments.
So what I guess what I'm saying by that is like you said, there's a goal laid out, and we're going a place, but we're not really going anywhere. Like, is it going to explain why he got brought here? Is it going to do it? You know, is it going to be more to that, or is it just going to be we're going to this place to meet this group of bad people to fight the group of bad people?
Figure out who's human. If they're not human, we're just gonna completely forget about them. And
that's exactly what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like, we got a whole character that had lore to them that is, you know, they're not human, and it's like we just completely forgot that moment. Like,
yep. But it's intriguing. Definitely intriguing.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is that I actually really enjoy the show, but like I said, it's a show full of moments, and I can't give it more for that.
Yeah, yep. Because that fight between her and the maid Libra, crazy.
Yeah, but that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
but it was like as soon as that was over, you know what I mean? Moments,
cool moment,
momentary ass. All right,
let's go to. The banished court magician aims to be the strongest. D. This shit is. It's so like the last episode 6. We just talked for 45 minutes. It feels like it's just so it's bad. It's not. It's in its way, but it looks pretty. It looks very pretty, and when they're fighting, it looks cool. That's why I got a D and not an F. We ain't going nowhere at all.
Oh, man. He's right, man. I don't know if I can give it a D, though.
You gonna put it in the same category or a close category to Wild Ass Boss appeared? Nah, no way.
He said D.
E as hell.
Oh, man. Let me see. Yeah, man. Goodness, Polow.
Because you think about what you're putting in C's, right? Where is this a C at? What part of this show is a C? What part of this show is average?
I'm trying to go off instinct, bro.
None of it is average. It's bad.
I hate that, though. I hate that you sound right.
Me too, because I want to like it, but I just can't.
I want this show to be better.
Same. But you just like you can't. We literally spent the entire episode 6 talking about nothing. So at the very ending,
that's hilarious.
Getting something, but what does that something do? Nothing. Yeah, I don't know. Where you at?
You're killing me, man. Dad is a hero, mom is a spirit, I'm a reincarnator.
Hey.
For damn sure.
Mm-hmm. No ifs, ands, or buts about that one. Did we do my ex for one final thing?
No.
A.
Yeah. I feel like we've come to that conclusion.
My friend's little sister has it in for me. B+. What about you? I know you probably won't agree with that one.
I ain't even watched it yet. I ain't even watched it yet. It's because, and hear me out.
It's really.
I told you. It's literally the name.
You gotta watch it.
It's literally the name. I got it on my list though.
Please watch it.
My friend's little sister got it out for me.
Wait, you did watch it, right? We just talked about it.
Oh, I did watch something on it. I watched. I can't remember.
Yeah, with they making a game, and you didn't watch this one? The group of friends making a game, the best friend.
Nope.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. No, you gotta watch it. You just had a whole conversation about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just beyond the end of the world. Hey, for me. Probably disagree with that. This show's fucking spectacular.
I'm giving it an A+ personally, and it's just because like the show just dives into a realm that I love the fact that at any point there could be action, but they don't rely on it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like just the fact that we know it's a possibility, but it's not relied upon. It looks beautiful.
The world building is crazy.
Yeah, we're developing the world and the characters. It sounds good. For all intents and purposes, the show is great. I think an A is a good spot for it, but A+ is my bias. That's all it is.
I feel that. My gift level. I'm gonna go with, because episode 2 really is the only downfall to this show, to be honest. So I'm gonna go with what did I give a B+ to? Is it in the notes? Is the scores in the notes? Oh, it is. You're amazing. What did I give a B+? Which side is me?
Yeah, you are on the left, brother.
Yeah. Far brighter than the sun. Yeah, a B+. Only because episode 2 was and episode 2 is fucking just, it's so absurdly not a part of anything else. I get why they did it now, but it just throws off the whole flow of the entire thing that I think that people watching it will probably drop it just after episode 2. But
yeah, and hear me out. Here's what I'll say. If this was a binge, right? If this was complete, episode 2 would not be as bothersome.
You're absolutely correct.
If they had did a 1 hour release or a 2 episode release where it was like those two were together, episode 2 would still not be as bothersome. I think that's what draws it back. But I don't see episode 2 as a problem. So I got to give it an A, just in my personal opinion.
That's just a problem, y'all, by the way.
Yeah, I think that if it were bingeable, it would not be bad.
Which it will be for the most people, probably. That's going to be picking it up, I guess. But it was jarring as a motherfucker.
Yeah. Because I was like, this ain't what I expected after that first episode.
Yep, exactly. I thought it was going to be like a little training arc, which is cool because I guess once you've seen one training arc, you've seen them all. So to follow it up with episode 3, it's like, I get it. I understand it now. It's like, actually, you know what? I might be influenced because they may complement each other well. It's still a B+ though. It's still a B+. But they do complement each other well, 2 and 3. Because when you watch 3, it's like, oh shit, now I get what 2 is. It's, yeah, because at the end of 3, oh yeah, fuck yeah. Okay. All right. And last but not least?
I would say technically not last, but go ahead.
Oh, really?
Because I got Tojima Wants to Be a Common Writer.
Okay, what you give that?
It's like a C+. And I say that with not being necessarily a Kamen Rider fan. It's funny. It looks good. Full of action and ridiculousness. But if it wasn't funny and it wasn't intentionally ridiculous, it would probably be considered significantly worse. But it has like the level of humor that One Punch Man season 1 had is what it feels like.
That's enticing. With
actually really good animation. But it's not like, it doesn't take itself too serious while almost kind of feeling like this is you seriously acting like this. This is seriously what you're doing. That's kind of how I look at it. But it's a C+.
I understand. And last but not least, I guess, Chitose and a Ramune bottle, A+.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then Fragrant Flower Bills with Dignity. It's not a part of this season technically. A+. Yeah, I thought I in there.
Take it back. All right. So here's our scores right now. For returning shows, we got Let These Game Souls Retire, Cour 2, B, Campfire Season 2, C+, Spy Family, C, My Hero Academia Final Season, B, One Punch Man Season 3, F. God, they failed. That's crazy. All right, for new releases, we got Gather's Adventure. Polow gave it a D-, I gave it a D. Hero Without a Class. Who Even Needs a Skill? We both gave it a C+. My status as an assassin exceeds the hero. C+ from me. Polow, B from me. A Star Brighter in the Universe, or Star Brighter in the Sun, B+. Past the Monster Me, Milady, B+. The Monster Wants to Eat Me, Polow gave it a C. I gave it a C+. Let's Play, Polow gave it a D. I gave it a C. Magma Senpai, we both gave it a C. Why not just put one score? Wild Last Boss appeared, C+, C+. Banished Court Magician, we both gave it a D. Dad is a Hero, Mom is a Spirit, I'm a Reincarnator, we both gave it an A. May I ask for one final thing? We both gave it an A. My friend's little sister got it out for me. Yeah, that's a B+ for Polow. Dusk Beyond the End of the World, A for Polow, A+ for me. My Gift Lvl 9999, B+ for Polow, A for me. Told Me Wants to Be a Common Writer, C+ for me. And Chitose in a Ramune bottle, which is the must watch for the season, in my opinion, and Polow's, A+.
I'm probably going to put a disclaimer at the beginning of this before the episode plays. So y'all probably got freaked out by me hearing my voice instead of the music at the start of this episode. Mid-season review submissions. So if you have any shows that you want us to review, drop them in the Discord of this episode form thing in the Discord. So discord.mycheckwifewaifu.com. Join the Discord. Anything you want us to review on our review scale, we'll review next week. But I'm going to mention this at the beginning of the episode, so y'all are hearing this a little late because we are an hour and 30 minutes in, and I haven't mentioned it. So I kind of wanted to mention it at the beginning and forgot. So I'm gonna do a plug at the beginning before the intro plays of that mid-season review submissions. So if whatever show you want us to review, a show that's on your list, a show that you want our thoughts on. Maybe I'll just do that now. Okay. That being said, I'm at Polow Bornfly on all social media.
I'm at King Telliano on all social media.
Make sure you follow all of our social medias. YouTube.com/@mycheckwifewaifu and follow our gaming podcast. YouTube.com/@respect games. And as always, Mike check.
You're now tuned into Mic Check Waifu Waifu.